Hello everyone. In this video we have to solving problems based on conditional probability. So here given probability of A is equal to 0.4, probability of B is equal to 0.7, probability of A union B is equal to 0.9. Find probability of B by A. Generally, first of all we have to know the formula of conditional probability for events A comma B with probability of B is greater than 0, then we get probability of A by B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. Okay. Or probability of B by A equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of A, where probability of A is greater than 0, probability of B is greater than 0. So what is it meaning means probability of A happening given that B is already happened. Okay, so based on these formulas we can find probability of B by A. First of all we want this formula which is the required formula. So probability of B by A, first of all we have to find probability of A intersection B. Probability of A intersection B from addition theorem, probability of intersection B is equal to probability of A union B. So probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A union B. That is equal to 1.1 minus 0.9, that is equal to 0.2. So probability of A is already given, which is greater than 0. So we have to find probability of B by A equal to probability of intersection B 0.2 by 0.4. So after calculated that, that is 0.5. Okay, which is the required answer. I have to move to next question. A coin is tossed 3 times given that at least one head appears. Find probability that all heads appear. So first of all, a coin is tossed 3 times. We have to find total possibility. That is n is equal to n of s is equal to 2 cube. That is equal to 8. There are total 8 possible outcomes. That is, I can call as sample space. Suppose a coin is tossed first head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head. The remaining ones, that is tail. total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There is a total 8, that is n of s is equal to 8. So given that at least one head appears, I can take as b. At least one head appear, that is equal to at least one head. So I think almost 7 heads. There is no head in the 3 tails only. So we have to simply given that is equal to n of b is equal to 7, because the head is no more in this outcome only. All are they have head. Then find all probabilities, all head appears, all heads, which is only this one, that is head head head. N of a is equal to 1. A intersection b is equal to at least one all head. There is only one, that is head head head, because A intersection we have to for common at least one head, all heads both have head, which is a common. So I take this, that is probability of A intersection b is equal to 1 by 8. A probability of b is equal to 7 by 8. Probability of A is equal to 1 by 8. And we have to find probability of A by B equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B, that is equal to 1 by 8 by 7 by 8 equal to 1 by 7. Okay, which is the required answer. Why we use this conditional probability? Because in this question they include that there is a one condition that at least one head appears. So which is at least one head appears. So that's why we use conditional probability. So we have to go to next question. In a class, 60% students pass maths, 50% pass English, 30% pass both. Suppose question is asking that if a student is selected at random and is found to pass in maths, find probability passes in English? So which is beautiful question, because the question is asking brilliantly. First of all, we have to write probability of mass is equal to 60%. After we calculated, we get 0.6 easily by dividing 100. Probability of English is equal to 0.5. Probability of both subjects, that is M intersection E, is equal to 0.3. When they given both, we use intersection. So if a student is selected at random, suppose, or if a selected student at random, we found that they pass in maths and find he also pass in the English. Okay. So if a selected student is found already pass in maths, which is already happened, but we have to find that he also passes in English. So we use the condition probability, that is probability E by M, because M is already happened. We have to find that happening he, that is he also passes in English, we have to find. That's why probability of M intersection E is equal to probability of M, that is 0.3 by 0.6, because M is greater than 0, it's also greater than 0, then we get 0.5 is our required answer. And we also convert 0.5 into percentage by multiplying into 100, then we get 50% probability he also passes in both subjects, maths and English. Okay. So one logic question is that a box has 25 balls, that is 10 red balls, 15 white balls. From these box we have to draw 2 balls drawn without replacement. Okay. Given first is red, find probability of second is white, which is very beautiful question, which is also because a box contains 25 balls, there are 10 red balls and 15 white balls. 2 balls drawn without replacement. Given first red and find probability is white. The first is already given red. So after red taken, we have without replacement, that's why we have only 24 balls. 24 balls remaining after first draw is red ball. Okay. So if we, what is without replacement means, first ball is taken. So after one ball is taken, we have only remaining 24 balls only. From 24 balls we have to take second is a white. So after 24 balls, so simply I draw that first draw. 25 balls. We take first one is red, then remaining 24 balls. There is 9 red balls, 15 white balls. Then second draw is white, which is we want to find that. So I think there is simply very fine because the total only this only finding the probability of second white, only there is 15 whites and 24 balls remaining, which is the probability of second white. So I think this is the answer. 3 5 ja 3 8 ja, that is equal to 5 by 8. Then we can also write as 0.625 is the probability for Simon. It is very simple here. So which is the question asked in CPGET 2022. Two dice are thrown. Given sum is 8. Find probability one die shows 3. It is also very simple problem after you understanding the conditional probability theorem. Because two dice are thrown, we have total 2 dice are thrown. Given sum is 8. B is already given. B is already happened. The sum 8. Probabilities are 2 6 6 2 4 4 4 4 5 3 3 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. Sorry, which is not, it is repeated. Total 5, that is n of b is equal to 5. Then we have to find probability of one die shows 3. One die shows 3. So sum 8 is already given and die is showing 3. One die which is particularly not mentioned is first die or second die, is mentioned only one die shows 3. There is a probability which is also 3, which is also 3, that is probability of A intersection B is equal to 2, because it is both. You have to find both for die showing 3, one die showing 3, and then probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B, that is 2 by 5, which is the required answer. Because probability of B already given, sum 8 is already done. Find the probability one die shows 3 only. Because A is happening, B is already happened. A probability of B is greater than 0, that is 5 greater than 0. In CPGET, we have to very interesting question, that is which is asked in UGC net December 2023. If probability of A by B is equal to 0.8, probability of B by A is equal to 0.6, probability of A is equal to 0.5, probability of B is equal to how much? It is very tricky question. Suppose probability of, I think I can derive this formula from the answer. Probability of A intersection B by probability of B. Then probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A by B into probability of B, or probability of B by A into probability of A. So we get probability of A intersection B that is probability of A by B into probability of B is equal to probability of B by A into probability of A. Then probability of B is equal to probability of B by A into probability of A by probability of A by B, that is equal to 0.6 into 0.5 by 0.8. Then probability of B is equal to 0.5 into 0. That is 0.3 by 0.8. Then we get 0.375. Are you understand? The probability that a person stops at a petrol pump. I will write the question. The probability that a person stops at petrol pump, checks tire, that is 0.12, checks oil is equal to 0.29. Both is equal to 0.07. They asked that probability of check oil divided check tires. Okay, I am finding answer. Simple. Probability of oil check oil is equal to 0.29. Probability of tire is equal to 0.12. Probability of oil intersection tire is equal to 0.07. Then I have to find probability of 0 by tire is equal to probability of oil intersection tire check by probability of tire, that is equal to 0.07 by 0.12. Then probability of checks oil by checks tire is equal to 0.583. This is our required answer, which is very simple. So is there one note, important note? If A and B are mutually exclusive with probability of A into probability of B is greater than 0, then A and B are, they are asking, if A and B are mutually exclusive, probability of A into B is greater than 0, then A and B are what is finding. So for mutually exclusive events, then probability of A intersection B is equal to 0. Okay, for mutually exclusive events, probability of A intersection B is equal to 0. For independence need, probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B, which is greater than 0, is contradiction. So that's why A and B are not independent. Okay, very simple logic note. Then we also try one more questions. If probability of A is equal to 1 by 3, probability of B is equal to 3 by 4, probability of A and B is equal to 11 by 12, find probability of B by A from conditional probability. Probability of B by A is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of A. So probability of A is greater than 0. Probability of A is already given. We have to find probability of A intersection B by using these three values. So that is 1 by 3. Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A union B. That is equal to, I have to calculate that. 1 divided by 3 plus 3 divided by 4 minus 11 divided by 12. So that is 1 by 6, which is the value of probability of A intersection B. So probability of B by A, probability of A intersection B is 1 by 6, probability of A is equal to 1 by 3. We get 1 by 6 into 3 by 1 and 2 is equal to 1 by 2, which is equal to 0.5 is the required answer. Okay. So a die is rolled. Given number greater than 4. Find probability of even number. So probability of, first of all, is already given, which is already happened. Given number is greater than 4. That is, I take B. Greater than 4 or 5 or 6 are the 2. So die is told there are total 6 outcomes, and of S is equal to 6. Then probability of B is equal to 2 by 6. Then we have to P is even number. So that is A. Okay, I take A is equal to even number, that is 2, 4, 6. That is equal to probability of even number is equal to 3 by 6. Then probability of A intersection B, that is equal to only 6 only common. So that's why 1 by 6. They are asking that probability find P even number. So B is already happened, find probability of even number. Then probability of A by B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B is equal to 1 by 6 by probability of B how much, 2 by 6. Then we get to 1 by 2. Same answer for the above question also. So which is very logical question. I think I am also first time this type model, which is a bag contain 5 red, 3 green balls. Okay, 2 drawn without replacement. Given first is red, is confirmed that first is red. We have to find probability of second green. So we have to, we also already previously solved for box. in this question which is a bag, but previous question which is a bag. Okay, solution we have to find. And probability of first is red, already given. Probability of B is equal to first is red, that is first is red, that is 5 by 8. Second is green. After one is red, we have to only 1 minute. Probability of second green is equal to 3 by 7. That is equal to probability of we have, I think we have to calculate it extremely thinking, which is very simple. I give that. The first is already ready given, so we have to find after one is red, total 8 balls. After first one is red, the balls are remaining are 7. The find the probability of second green. So probability of second green is equal to total how many green balls? 3. The remaining total balls 7, which is the required answer. I am thinking extremely. So always we have to not to thinking extremely. Sometimes which is very simple, we have to verify. Sometimes very simply. Okay. So next question. Probability of A is equal to 0.5. Probability of B is equal to 0.6. Probability of A by B is equal to 0.4. Find probability of A union B. Okay. We know that probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A by B into probability of B. Probability of A by B is 0.4 into 0.6. How much we get? 0.4 into 0.6, we get 0.24. That is probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.24. So from this probability of A and B is very simple. Probability of A is 0.5 plus probability of B is 0.6 minus probability of A intersection B is 0.24. Then we get 0. Okay, 1 minute. 0.5 plus 0.6. That is 1.1 minus 0.24 minus 0.24. We get 0.86 is the required answer. That is probability of A union B is equal to 0.86. So the place is limited. One more question I have to solve. 3 coins tossed, given at least 2 heads. Find probability of all heads. The solution in this box. So 3 coins tossed. 3 coins tossed, that is total 8 possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes are 8, but they are given at least 2 heads, and probability of B is equal to at least 2 heads. How many? Head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, tail, head. Okay, I think 4 only. At least 2 heads is only in 4 outcomes. Then probability of all heads, that is equal to only 1. Probability of A by B is equal to probability of A intersection B is also 1. That is 1 by probability of B is equal to 4. That is equal to 1 by 4. If you want some more answer, 1 divided by 4 is equal to 0.25, which is the required answer. Okay, thank you guys. We have to continue next part in next video.